Hey everyone, let's talk about anxiety and breathing. This is a huge, huge topic. So, first off, thank you for being here. My name is Janice. I'm a breathing coach and a respiratory therapist. I'm an athletic performance coach. I'm a yoga instructor and speaker. Do a whole lot of things. If you are here, I want to call the note. This is a pretty basic video, guys. If you're here for the content. One of my biggest things is that I just like to be real. I just like that connection. I'm done with all the bells and whistles. So you get a ring light, you get my iPhone, and you get a cup of tea. I'm literally in sweats. Okay. And it's not that I'm lazy, it's just where I'm at today. And tomorrow I'm going out with friends. I'll be in a dress, my hair will be done up. There are different facets of ourselves. I want to be real. I want you guys to know, hey, right now I'm expressing the sweatpants version of myself, and that's okay. You're here for the content. So I hope this works for you. If you like it, let me know. If you don't, that's okay too. That's awesome. You don't have to let me know. You can skip that. But we are here today to talk about anxiety and breathing, because if you experience anxiety, it can be really crippling. Okay. And that could be social anxiety. You could have anxiety from a physical condition. A lot of people with COPD have anxiety because they have shortness of breath, and that actually triggers anxiety physically in the body. You could be an athlete, right? And you could have performance anxiety, right? Are you going to be able to make the play? Are you going to be good enough, right? All these things. So it doesn't matter where your anxiety comes from. And I say that lovingly because it does matter, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about your breathing. Now, if you're somebody who knows someone with anxiety, this is a super, super helpful video for you, because I know you mean well and I know you're coming at things from a place of love, but this will be really supportive. So if you're a loved one, a family member, a friend, if you are a coach, if you are a healthcare practitioner, somebody who deals with this, particularly if you work in Emerge, this is going to be a super helpful video for you. So let's talk anxiety. And what I'm going to do differently here is I'm going to bring an element of the energetics to it. So let's think about things in terms of energy. If you're experiencing anxiety, regardless of where it comes from, it can be super, super crippling, right? You can freeze, and it encompasses your mind, it encompasses your body, right? And you're hyper focused, you feel anxious, you don't know what to do, and the people around you who love you oh so much are going, calm down. Just calm down. It's okay, relax, relax, relax. Slow your breathing. And every time I hear slow your breathing or relax or calm down, I cringe. Because here's what's happening with anxiety. Anxiety is big energy. It is really big energy. And it is very hard to take big energy and make it small. Right? No. I'll just take this big energy and I'll just shove it down. Nope, that's how we got here. Okay? We weren't able to deal with certain things. It started to build, and now we have big energy. If they could shove it back down, they would. But they can't now. Okay? So who cares about that? We're here now. Let's deal with where we're at. And how do we deal with that? We can't take big energy and make it small. We don't want to make it bigger. So let's channel that into making something else bigger. And what I mean by that is cue them, or cue yourself on making your inhale longer. Okay? Make your inhale longer. And it doesn't have to be really long. Chances are, if you're anxious, it's not going to be super long. But if you can make it a little bit bigger and then exhale, make it a little bit bigger and then exhale, make it a little bit bigger, then exhale. Okay? Because here's what happens when we do that. We actually start to stimulate our parasympathetic drive. It is a hack. It is a life cheat. I hate these phrases, but this is what people use, so we're going to roll with it. For the body, it is literally putting your body into a positive feedback loop where we can find our parasympathetic drive, and that is your rest and digest state. That is where the calm happens. It's so good. And I've been called to the emergency department because they're like, somebody's hyperventilating and we're going to have to give them medication. Can you help them breathe? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, okay, come on. And they would be like, okay, come on, calm down. The respiratory therapist is here. And I was like, oh no, stop saying calm down. And I said, lengthen your inhale. Let's do it together. Lengthen your inhale. Just a little bit. You got this. Good job. right? We have to take that big energy and we have to channel it somewhere productive. And we can do that. That's the exciting thing. So making your inhale longer is going to inflate your lungs more. It's going to engage your diaphragm just that little bit more. And when we do that, we start to stimulate that vagus nerve. We get that vagal tone going and our rest and digest starts to take over. So we put our body in that positive feedback loop. Okay. As we start to get a little bit of relief, we're going to drop our shoulders. So chances are they're up here when we're anxious. We're going to bring them down. Again, they don't have to come down here. Just bring them down a little bit, right? Because with each little bit here, we're giving ourselves just a little more space to work. Just a little more space to work. And we keep just taking those little steps. And then suddenly you'll see the focus come back in somebody's eyes. It won't be like super grounded, totally chill, but you'll see the clarity come back like, okay, I know where I am. Okay, we're gonna get through this. And that's the most beautiful pivot point, because they're like, okay, now we can do something. Okay. So lengthening that inhale, it's a great exercise to do even if you're not feeling anxious, because it's going to relax you that much more. Like even if you're not having a panic attack, it's a great way to just regulate your parasympathetic drive. And chances are most of us, we hold our breath without realizing it. We've got our shoulders up without realizing it. Take them down, lengthen your inhale. And I want to touch here on just this one little thing, because when we say take a big breath in, everybody does this. We fill up the top of our chest. We lift our shoulders. When somebody's feeling anxious and they're struggling with that, getting this to happen isn't helpful. It actually stimulates that anxiety because it makes us feel more constricted, and it does not stimulate the vagus nerve. It actually makes the body feel like something's wrong, like we're in more danger. So shoulders down, lengthen the inhale. And I promise you, I have worked with people in the emergency department. I've worked with athletes on anxiety. When we start to breathe well, and when we start to know, right? Because it's such an empowering thing to understand and go, okay, I know exactly what to do. Yep, the situation sucks. I'm not loving this, but I know I can channel my breath into a longer inhale. I can make something bigger. It's so good. And then we relax. Right? I've done it with COPD patients. Your breath, when you understand it and when you can start to use it effectively, is going to change your world. So if you are anxious, or you know someone who is anxious, I want you to try these tips. I want you to try these techniques, right? Just make your inhale a little bit longer. Great. And you're going to start to see, just observe, you'll start to see it. So I hope this helps you. Please, let's eliminate calm down or slow your breathing from our vocabulary. It's really not helping. But I do hope that this helps, because I love helping people breathe. I love giving you some clarity and some empowerment that you can take into your day-to-day life. So if you enjoyed it, like the video, comment below, tell me what was helpful, and we'll see you again in the next video.